Hey guys, how's it going? This is Bobby Kryptonite here, and today I'm going to be doing another Crypto Chef video. I'm going to be showing you how to make a really nice salmon stir fry that I've recently been experimenting with. Now, the strange thing is, this stir fry doesn't have any noodles, and that's because I've been trying to follow things I read in Men's Health magazine for the last few months, and one of these things was to avoid eating carbohydrate in the evening, so I've been doing stir fries without noodles and curries without rice and all sorts of weird stuff like that. And I have found it a great help with losing weight if you don't eat carbs in the evening. So, for those of you who want to go down that route, you can make this stir fry without noodles. If you aren't really bothered by that, just as normal, boil up your dried noodle nest in some water or add in some straight to wok and stir them around. Anyway, let's get cracking. You will need curly kale or spring greens, a red pepper, a lemon, carrots, salmon fillets, 1 red onion, soy sauce, and chilies. You may also use mushrooms if you wish. Now, I've used 1 red onion, 2 carrots, and almost all of the pepper, and I've added 4 fillets of fish, and this is to serve 4 people. Now, you'll notice that while the lemon that we used in our ingredients shot didn't look too nice on the outside, on the inside it looks perfectly alright. So I'm going to squeeze the juice of that and squeeze the juice out of it and put it into the stir fry. When I made this at first, I used to sweeten it with honey, and then I realised that honey is actually quite carbohydratey, so that's why we're using lemon juice instead. And when you make carbless dishes like this, the best way to, well, the way that I've been making up that extra volume is in the meat. So I think more chicken would go into a noodleless chicken stir fry, and more beef would go into a riceless beef curry, and so on and so forth. But I still find that even with the extra meat in there, it still helps with weight loss without the carbs. Now, I'm just waiting for the fish to cook, and I'll add the soy sauce, the lemon juice, and when we're getting closer to serving, I'll add the spring greens. The lemon juice and soy sauce have now been added, and while I'm at it, I'll mention that I've used Kikkoman soy sauce, which is more expensive than the regular own-brand soy sauces in the supermarket, but it's got such a good flavour that you don't need to use quite as much of it. Now, the main purpose of this clip is to show off these. These are some very special chilies which were given to me by a friend in Italy who has his own vegetable garden. He gave me a whole bag of these chilies when we were in Tuscany back in September, and I've been, well, my mum has been drying some out and I've also been drying some out, and there's a great aroma coming from this jar, and they're very spicy. They're not quite as spicy as Scotch bonnets. They're not quite there with the Scotch bonnet, but they're certainly very spicy. So you've got to watch out how much you use in a dish, but they're really nice chilies and they give off a great flavour. So Tuscan chilies are going in this recipe. It's going to be good. The stir fry is almost finished. I've added the spring greens and just got to stir it around for a few minutes and let the spring greens reduce down a little bit. Now, when you buy a salmon fillet, there's a layer of sort of silvery skin on the underside of the fillet, and before you cook the fish that can be difficult to remove. So what I've done is I've just put the fillet in the pan, skin and all, and once it's cooked the fish flakes apart, as fish does, and if you're lucky the entire piece of skin just comes off in one go, and you're left with a nice stir fry with no skin, if you're not the kind of person who likes to eat the skin, that is. So I'm just going to let this stew away for a couple of minutes and we should be ready. And there we have it. The stir fry is finished and plated up, ready to eat. I've tasted it as I was going along and it's worked out very nicely. The chili has added a good fieriness to it, so I'd maybe suggest if you're making it for 3 to watch what you're doing with the chilies especially if it's a hot one, because you don't want it to be too hot. Anyway, I hope you can now make this stir fry and that you'll enjoy it. It's Bobby Kryptonite. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Tatty bye.